Let me know if y'all can hear me fine. Make sure the music ain't too loud. You know, I'm a rookie at this still at this moment. You know, can you hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me. Give me a two if the music too loud. You feel me? Let's go, let's go. We in the building today, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I see nobody's doing what I ask. But I'm just trying to make sure we good on the sound. I believe we are. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? Um Today, we talking about these Washington Commanders, They ain't commanding nothing but some L's, you dig? Nothing but some L's. Shout out to Jalen Barty. Shout out to Cowboys, Fun Chapel, Shout out to Derek Fisher, my guys. Shout out to y'all, man. How y'all doing this morning, man? You know, we're just here, it's the first look at the Washington Commanders, I don't have all the fancy smancy, what I'm saying, stuff on the screen as of the moment, but I'm pretty sure we are aware of the Washington football people, children, kids, all the above, you know what I'm saying? But first, of course, how many sacks you got us racking up this game? I believe they gave up like 7 of them. I believe last game to the Eagles. So, but I will get to that. Make sure I don't forget it. Cause I checked out my last lives and I was getting off subject quite a bit. So I'm gonna try to at least structure it to a decent degree, if y'all don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But okay, first, of course, I want to talk about Mr. Carson Wentz. Okay, this guy here, we already know him. We are very familiar with Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done nothing. I remember them people, them guys. Hold on, stop the show. I remember them guys used to try to say Carson was better than young Ryan Dakota. You don't even hear that type of discussion no more. That is out of the question. That is hearsay. That is gone with the wind. You know what I'm saying? We don't got none of that. We don't got no time for that no more, man. You feel me? So we don't even hear people saying that Carson is on Dak level no more. Now they comparing Dak with the Mahomeses and the Josh Allens, even though they hate his guts. You know what I'm saying? By the people that they compare you with, that lets you know what kind of trajectory you on. That's a fact. You feel me? So young Ryan Dakota will be fine, man. Like I said, don't hate on Cooper Rush. I like what I'm seeing from Rush, but you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to Mr. Wheelchair Wentz. I remember they used to call him walk it to him, but he ain't doing that but walking DBs and defenders, interceptions and fumbles. He got fumbleitis. This man hands is buttery. He cannot hold on to the football. And he's viewing the field very bad. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look too well the way he's reading the defenses or reading the field. So that's something we're gonna have to discuss about Mr. Carson. I feel like this, we have to respect our opponents, just like my coach Pop used to say, the appropriate fear. You have to go into it with the proper respect. But them guys look like they mad trash. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta be honest. They look like they trash, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't we just gotta be honest sometimes. We just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think about this, man. It's sad. A lot of people don't understand that this will be Mr. Carson Wentz first time meeting Micah Parsons. We might as well go and give him a moment of silence because it will get ugly messing with this man. Hold on. I'm finna give some shout outs, but let me get back to that in a second. Okay. Shout out to Stephen White. Shout out to my boy Stephen White. Shout out to Randy Jackson, sir. How y'all doing this morning? Shout out to Stephen White. Hey, I heard you got some I was watching Skywalker's show. I couldn't interact because I was trying to edit, but I heard you got some somebody, your wife got some health issues. I hope everything be well with her, sir. Hope everything is good. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Thanks for stopping by. You know my slogan, pulling up, stopping by, hollering at your boy, landlord from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Or from Antarctica, wherever you want to say I'm from. I could be, I'm a man of many hats. You know what I'm saying? I wear many hats. But back to Mr. Carson Wentz. I believe against the Philadelphia Eagles, his former team, they gave up like 7 sacks. So I don't see now they interior defensive line might be better than ours, but I don't think they pass rush is better than ours. Might be on paper, but I'm taking my guys. I don't care what they say on paper or none of that. I'm taking my guys. I'm taking my folks. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about what they saying because I know. You know what I'm saying? I know what we have to offer. I know my people. So I don't care what your little papers say. You know what I'm saying? You probably wrote it on crayon to begin with. So, you know what I'm saying? I know my people. I know my team. I feel like my defensive line is much stronger, especially on the ends. We got Tank, we got Micah, we got Dorrance Armstrong. We got a whole host of guys that's ready to knock Carson Wentz back into Philadelphia again. Now, we seen him. He had a decent season last year statistically, but if you actually watch the young man, he didn't do too well. You know what I'm saying? He had the best run game in the world last year with Jonathan Taylor over there in Indianapolis, but he didn't do all too well. He did it looks decent on paper, but they accomplished nothing. And he had an outstanding, superior running game. That boy Jonathan Taylor is a nice back. I liked him at Wisconsin. He was good at Wisconsin. But back to the sad introduction to Carson Wentz being introduced to Micah Parsons. See, Micah went here when we was playing Carson Wentz. So we might as well pay him the proper respect. We might as well give a collective moment of silence for Mr. Carson because, you know, he can't handle the pressure. He's going to get toast. You know what I'm saying? He's cooked. Cooked times 2. That's Mr. Carson Wentz. And just imagine when he got Micah pressuring him on a consistent basis, that's gonna be sad for him, man. I really feel bad for Mr. Carson Wentz. Like, and then he's doing this, you know, on the fly because he never seen this man before. And I mean, I know he's seen him on tape, but it's different when you going head to head when y'all got a clash. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I'm not a word about Carson Wentz either, though, because, you know, like Law Nation said, his number one receiver is Trayvon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? His number one receiver is Mr. Trayvon Diggs. Hey, that was a mic drop from our brother Law Nation because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon has been acting a fool against Carson Wentz, and we're not worried about him. We understand what they have to offer, and you know, our cornerback Trayvon Diggs, Officer Diggs, as I call him, because he has people under arrest. You know what I'm saying? He locks people up. Now, they gave him all that drama and hate and hearsay last year when he was, you know what I'm saying, getting the interceptions and when locking everybody up like they want. And now he locking people up and they want to indict him about not getting so many interceptions. But we ain't got time for that. We ain't worried about that. We know our players. Like I said, stay away from the media. I don't know why our boy Swain at this morning, but they're a bad influence like Swain. So stay away from the media because they will feed you all kind of foolishness about your team. That's why we watch film. That's why we observe the game from our perspective instead of a biased perspective like the media would do, like they tend to do, unfortunately. But we ain't worried about him, man. So Trayvon Diggs going up against Terry McLaurin. You know what I'm saying? Scary Terry, as they call him. But, you know, when he faced us, it's nothing scary about the young man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing scary about him. We make this boy say, put it in reverse, Terry. I don't know if y'all get the joke from I don't know if y'all get the joke from 4th of July, but we make Terry put it in reverse and sit down somewhere, go sit in the corner, Mr. Scary Terry, because Trayvon Diggs wins that matchup more times than not. 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, Trey gonna lock this man up, put the clamps on him. Shout out to Mickey, how you doing today? How you doing this morning? How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? But we talking about Trey versus McLaurin. And I love that matchup because I feel like Trayvon Diggs is on a mission to show everybody that he know how to lock people up as well. He's not just boom or bust, as they got that dark cloud hanging over my boy. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's capable of. He's not just a boom or bust guy. He can perform under that pressure and he can lock these people up. I say absolutely apprehended. That's what Trayvon Diggs tend to do. You know what I'm saying? He will lock them guys up. So we ain't worried about Terry McLaurin either. Now they got the rookie boy, Jahan Dotson, I believe, out of Penn State. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat box. I'm doing it on the fly. I'm just trying to give y'all what I got to give you. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that young man is from Penn State. And, he's a nice young wide receiver, got some talent. But, like we said in our last show, I trust Anthony Brown. I trust my boy. I trust Get Down Brown. I'm sorry, I'm coming out the closet. Not that closet, but I'm letting you know I trust Anthony Brown, man. It's about time. It's about time. Anthony Brown been putting in work. And we've been very disrespectful. We've been very disrespectful to Anthony Brown because he's been playing decently for a decent amount of time. So, we got to let our defense mechanism down on Anthony Brown. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time. So, we understand that we got AB on the young rookie more than likely. We got Trey on McLaurin more than likely. And, we got the rattler back there, Carson Wentz. I'm not too afraid of him because we understand that he's a talented quarterback. But what I say, talent doesn't mean anything if you don't have the intangibles to capitalize on your talent. You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle the pressure, if you don't have the mental capacity to calculate everything you need as a quarterback, then you're gonna be ineffective as we see Carson Wentz is, most definitely. So, if you can't read the defense, if you can't deal with the pressure, you're just gonna be ineffective, man. So I never worried about Carson Wentz from day one. I see once pressure starts coming around him, he starts rattling, he starts shaking. So we're not too concerned about him. Now, it's a million things you got to calculate as a quarterback, and I just don't feel like he's got the nerves of steel to withstand all of this that we need him to do. That they need him to do. We need him to be on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We need him to be getting sacked by Micah Parsons. That's what we need. But you know what I'm saying? They got a couple of decent little running backs over there too. They got McKissick. I believe he like a little scat back coming out the backfield. Uh, bear with me now. Let me see. They got the boy Antonio Gibson. Now he a decent back. He played decently against us in the past, but I don't think he faced this line. This line is a little different now. LandLord called us in the chat the trap house. hey, that's kind of dope now. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it go with the landlord lingo too. The trap house. Then my setup is a little trappish. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, build with me, hey, give me the proper time to get fine like wine, and we're gonna be all right. But this is the trap. A lot of the cowboy YouTubers, like I say, they are elite. We cannot, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate on them. I love them. I'm a fan of them. But when you go over there, it's like going over your rich cousin house. When you come over here, it's like you're coming to the hood. You're coming to the slums. You know what I'm saying? My setup is the trap. You know what I'm saying? So, it won't be like that for long. It won't be like that for long. Because, I do have things to say, and we will crank it back up. We will get better. You know what I'm saying? But I love it, man. I like this. I like to be on here documenting the journey, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all will be a part of it. You know, if you support me, you will see everything grow into that beautiful flower that we need this morning. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the trap house is kind of dope though. Hey, who said that? Shout out to you. Uh I gotta look and see who said that. Sorry. Oh, that's Derek Fisher. Mr. Buzzer Beater from Mr. Buzzer Beater from LA. Hey, I like that though. Trap house is dope. You know, it fits perfectly with the landlord name. You know what I'm saying? As of now, you could call me the slum lord from my setup, but you know, we gonna make it work, man. We gonna rock with it, man. If y'all rocking with me, I'm rocking with you too, man. We gonna handle it. We gonna have fun, you know, joke, all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking. But one thing I did notice about the Washington football people, they offensive line, boy. Ooh, ooh. Them boys' offensive line is terrible. Now, I didn't see much. I didn't see much going on over there. Like they was getting dominated by everybody, especially they center. Good grief. They center was getting annihilated. And you know, that's a Rick over there, I believe. Jordan Davis. What number Jordan Davis wearing, if y'all don't mind? I think it. I know I seen number 90. He was devouring that center. He was eating him up, man. It was a snack. It was snack time over there. But if I'm not mistaken, number 90. Y'all gonna make me look it up myself. Hold on. Ain't nobody gonna help your boy out. Let me see. Number 90 for the Eagles. Number 90 for the Eagles. Oh, it is Jordan Davis. I was correct. Okay. But Jordan Davis, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be a low, you know, up out of Georgia, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to talk Professor O up because he was talking bad about me, talking about some go dogs. That's like slander out here in Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't want to hear that. But you know, Jordan Davis was a big time player over there in Georgia, and he was annihilating they center, man. And it's like he don't have no technique. He was just getting ate up. Soon as the play started, he just a turnstile. He doing the he leading them straight into the quarterback. So I can't wait to see what Quinn Bohanna and you. This might be a Neville game because Neville more of a pass rushing defensive tackle than Big Bo is. Big Bo finna just stack up that run, and that's exactly we need both of those guys. So you know that's why you notice and tend to see that they play Big Bo on rundowns more than likely, and they might bring in Golson too to pass rush from the defensive tackle position. So we got a stable of versatile defensive tackles. And you know, we got a whole lot of stuff, man. We got a lot of riches out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're very fortunate on the defensive side of the ball. I love to see what Dan Quinn has constructed, you know what I'm saying? And this is just the beginning. This is just year 2. Now, we held on to him by God's grace. We was just barely able to hold on to him because you know he was a hot commodity out here. Everybody wanted that boy Dan Quinn. Everybody wanted him, and you know, oh excuse me, but everybody wanted him. But shout out to the meddling Mr. Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? Jerry gave him an offer he could not refuse. And Dan Quinn came back. You know, that was probably the biggest signing of the offseason. People fail to realize that might have been our biggest signing, retaining Mr. Dan Quinn's services, man. And you know, he flipped his defense in a year. So that defensive tackle position is solid. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to see them using Tank in the middle no more. You see what happened when you put Tank at his natural position at defensive end, and he just slaughtered the Giants. So we know that he's versatile. He's undersized for sure playing in the defensive tackle position. So I don't want Dan to get too cute when it come to that, man. Just leave D Law on the side, on his end, on his defensive end. or you can bring him to the other end. But I don't want to see him too much in the middle because it kind of neutralizes him when it comes to the pass rush. These guys in the middle are a little bigger. You know what I'm saying? Let D-Law use his technique and his elite technician skills, you know what I'm saying, to rush the quarterback. But hold up, let me see. Shout out to C. Burleson. How you doing, sir? You know what I'm saying? Kimmy Nelson, how you doing? I believe that's Kimmy. Forgive me if it's not, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we just in here vibing today, man. But we talking about these Washington Commanders, the Commander people. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is a feast or famine game. We finna feast on these boys, man. Michael Parsons, of course, we assumed that he was gonna feast on the Giants, and it didn't materialize in that manner. But look at everybody else. Everybody else ate. And like I said, if you look at the tape, in a large part, it was due to the consistent pressure from your big time linebacker, Michael Parsons. And that's what the luxury is when you got a player like that, when he can just cause all kind of havoc and terror to assist. He throwing assists, he throwing alley oops left and right to everybody else on the line. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way you can equate that in value. He's priceless on the defensive line, man. You got to give him the proper respect. Hey, we are very fortunate to have Michael Parsons. Like, I know it's kind of cliche to talk about good players, and people don't want to hear about good players. We want to hear about the niche players, and you know what I'm saying, the underground players. But man, Michael Parsons make everything go on this defense. In my opinion, that's what I'm seeing on tape. It look like everything is planned around him, and he makes everything go. So we are fortunate. So don't ever forget that. Don't let nobody else tell you that we ain't. Not that we're not, that we ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody else tell you that. But you know what I'm saying? How y'all doing today, man? Hey, Derek Fisher say, landlord, that cowboy had super fly. Man, I appreciate that, man. I be having this one in the archives for some reason. It got a little stuff up under it and everything, but I don't really wear it. It's the car hat thing right here, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I like this one, but it don't get as much wear as the other ones, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like breaking it out today, you know what I'm saying? It's a good day. We talking about the Washington people, so you know, I had to bring out something special. A little special for them boys, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliments, Jalen Bard and everybody else, man. I appreciate it. But, do y'all got anything y'all want to say? Do y'all got anything y'all want to say about the Washington people, man, before I change the subject on another thing about them? Do y'all fear Carson Wentz? I know that's a hilarious question, but I want to see what you're feeling like. I doubt it, but it is what it is. And I know it sucks to be Carson. He went over there. Was he at home? Y'all have to mind me. I don't know if they was at home playing the Eagles or was they on the road, but he went back to play Philly and they just destroyed the man. That's sad. But did y'all see Mike McCarthy interview? Mike McCarthy interview. Landlord, I just want to say the Commanders gonna need Lionel on Sunday, player. The Commodores. Hey, you crazy. Hey, that boy, that crazy. Hey, I feel you, man. Them boys, they gonna need some help. Cause Carson don't want no smoke. You right. You right. I don't see it. You know, that's one. They got the longest name. They got the longest mascot name. They got the longest team name in history. You already got like 27 letters in Washington, and then you add Commodores and Commanders. They got a paragraph for their team name. That's just, I don't know who came up with that. That's just, that's a shame. But we ain't gotta worry about that. We got this mighty star. We got the best franchise it is. Regardless of the drama that comes with it, you know how we feel about our squad, our team. Is nothing better than that star. So, other teams just gotta play catch up. You know what I'm saying? But what else I wanted to say? like I was saying, the offensive line is terrible. They gave up like 7 sacks to the Philadelphia Filthy Eagles, and I feel like we better. We got 13 sacks going into week 3, and we gonna do even better. I feel like we might I believe I watched the Sky and he said we come out of there with less than 5 sacks. Shout out to A to Z Dallas and Skywalker Steel. He said we come out with less than 5 sacks, we probably feel like we underperform. And I feel like that's the truth. I feel like we might get don't be surprised if we get like 8, 9. I think we finna go crazy on Carson because I know Carson want to play hero ball. He want to do the big time play. He's still trying to prove himself. So when you try to prove yourself, you be doing stuff that's out of character, and that's Carson Wentz. Even though he nervous and rattled and fragile, he's still ready to do something, foolish. So we gonna make him pay for it. We got the ball hawk and Trayvon Diggs and the rest of our secondary back there. They all opportunistic and ready to capitalize on some of the foolish errors that Carson Wentz does. But yeah, I ain't too worried about him, man. I probably talk about our offense going up against their defense tomorrow or something like that, man. But I feel real good about how we looking towards them boys, man, because this defense gonna just dominate. I feel like I told y'all before, I don't see nobody scoring over 20. Nobody. All the scores gonna be underage, not old enough to drink. I don't know who said that yesterday, but it was absolutely off the chains. But look, I ain't gonna say absolutely nobody, Mickey, but I just don't see it no time soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it no time soon. It's gonna be because, like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was watching the game Monday, and I'm looking like it seemed like the Giants will do a whole bunch of stuff. They have been got a 10-yard pass, a 15-yard pass, or a nice little run. Daniel Jones doing his Lamar Jackson impersonation. But you know what I'm saying? Once they do all that, I feel like the defense must have been lacking or slacking. But when I look up, they just on like the 30-yard line. They ain't went nowhere. Man, it is tough. It's tough to move the ball on this defense, man. It's tough. Like, they make you earn every inch. That's what it seemed like. I'm thinking like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the plays I seen them doing, I'm like, man, they probably in field goal range. Then you see the camera go pan out. You like, man, they just on the 35-yard line. They on their own 35. Good grief. Hey, them boys be sweating and doing everything possible just to make 10 yards, just to make a first down on this defense, man. And we gotta appreciate that. Now, like I said, I got frustrated when they gave up that on Saquon, but that was last week. We moving on. I just don't see Washington putting up over 20. Now, we need Cooper Rush to perform the way he been performing, and we'll be fine, in my opinion. Excuse me. We'll be fine if we get Cooper to do what he been doing. But, what y'all think about this matchup between Scary Terry and Trayvon Diggs? Do y'all think he gonna be absolutely apprehended like me? Or do you think, Scary Terry might step up this time and do a little something, make a little noise? I just don't see it with Carson Wentz, though. Like, even if Scary Terry is good or productive, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see Carson Wentz being the person to get him the ball. And that's just unfortunate. Terry Diggs. Yeah, Terry gonna be stuck in Pelican Bay. Hey, he gonna banish this boy. He gonna be where they was in the I can't remember where they was in the on what that movie was. Good grief, y'all help me out. What that movie was with the T when they was in the black. Get Out. Was that Get Out? They put them up. They put them right there. I can't even remember what they named it. We'll say the Upside Down. You know what I'm saying? We'll go we gonna put them in the upside down like Stranger Things. I've seen Stranger Things, you know what I'm saying? But we'll put them in the upside down with 11 and Mike and Will, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see nobody doing that on Trayvon Diggs, man. You know, it is what it is. I just don't see it. But okay, what else I said that was on the agenda for the day? Y'all forgive me. Um, Carson ain't doing too bad right now, is he? He got 3 interceptions. He got 3 interceptions in 3 games. That sound pretty terrible. You know what I'm saying? He got 861 yards, a 90 quarterback rating. That quarterback rating got kind of overtaken since they've been doing the QBR. So people don't even be studying the quarterback rating no more like that. QBR done overtook that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get in here and talk about what y'all think about this game, man. I ain't had too much on the docket, man. Just want to get in here and vibe with y'all, you know, holler at the people. He said 24-hour lockdown, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely apprehended, no food, no water, you know what I'm saying? He gets nothing. Say, I want to see who will be DJ Moore of this season because he was the only one who gave us problems last year. Talking about that Panthers game. Yeah, DJ Moore did ball out. He a nice player. I wouldn't mind having him in that silver and blue. Be honest. Then he a sleeper. He ain't gonna demand too much money. He ain't just toe up the league yet. So hey, Jerry might be able to do an underhanded move, you know what I'm saying? Meddling Joneses. Them meddling Joneses, hey, gonna do an underhanded move, real nefarious style, and gonna bring that boy over here. I like him as a player. And you know, he did show up on us. I don't know if he did he do anything else after that? I don't think I think he just showed up. You know, the Cowboys be a lot of people's Super Bowl. Cause they know these days, you know, you can get money off of clout. So when you play the Cowboys, it's in your best interest to ball out against us to help your brand out. You know what I'm saying? That's the same reason why everybody use us as a bargaining tool when it's time to get them contracts. They just say, hey, I might go to the Cowboys. They know they ain't coming over here, but they always want to throw our name out there to, you know, build momentum in the bargaining situation while they negotiating. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Wentz running like Jones either. Nah, Jones a little quicker. He a little quicker on his feet than Wentz is. And I believe Wentz still got them injuries in his head. He ain't trying to run like that. And I ain't gonna lie, Daniel Jones, it seemed like every single time you seen Michael Parsons come out the edge, it's like Daniel was like, I'm gone. Daniel ran through the middle every single time. When Michael was coming too hot off that edge, Daniel was like, oh, I'm going in the middle. So that's why we started putting, I believe we started spying with Donovan Wilson. Now that is something to be concerned about. What's happening with your Ready Red? Shout out to you, sir. But that is something to be concerned about, especially coming up with this Eagles game. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't too worried about it. I told you, we gonna plan for Hurts when it comes to that running. You know what I'm saying? Because all he want to do is run, in my opinion. Now he got all them weapons over there. We gonna see how it turn out. That way, we are America's team, landlord. That's a fact. Everybody want to use this brand. Jerry has built a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it to him. Hey, it doesn't help the fans much. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He has built a juggernaut, and everybody want to get a little off of that plate. Everybody want to eat off that plate that Jerry Jones has organized. So it is what it is, man. We one of the best. We are the best brand and franchise on the planet. They brought the numbers out. It is what it is. So you would be a fool to be anywhere near this network, anywhere near this business, and not associate yourself with that mighty star. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a fool. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said yesterday, I don't really appreciate how it affects some of the players and, you know, Jerry being a marketing genius, how it affects some of the people that you know what I'm saying, trying to actually do a job in the organization. But, it is what it is, man. Say put a spy on him when we play Philadelphia, Bengals, Ops. Sorry, Eagles. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we definitely gonna spy on Hurts. That's a fact. We ain't worried about that. We gonna definitely spy on him. Cause all he wanna do is run, man. I'm telling you, I know him from Bama. All he wanna do is run. Like he can throw the ball too now. He done got better with the throwing, but he rather run than throw. he leans more towards running than he do throwing the ball. So that's just typical classic Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And in Bama, it's a big debate. I'm sorry to go off subject. We can go back into Washington if y'all want to, but we just, we family. We just talking. But in Alabama, it was a big discussion between Tua and Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? It was a big time deal when Nick Saban moved this man out the game in the championship, in the SEC championship. So Jalen did the same thing the next year, though. That's what was crazy because Jalen played ball and, replaced Tua, but Tua was messing up because of injury. Jalen got replaced because of his, performance on the field. But I always been team Tua. I was always trying to get Jalen Hurts out the building, but it is what it is, man. But we can go back to Mr. Carson Wentz and do y'all like this Jahan Dotson guy? What y'all think about that young receiver? I think he nice. I think he can play. But it won't matter if Carson Wentz is still being typical Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think about it? Dotson looking decent. I think so too, Mickey. I think he's a decent player. But like I said, it matters at all. It doesn't matter if this young man can't throw to the ball. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. And they offensive line can't block. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be strength on weakness. You know what I'm saying? We have a big time strength in our defensive line and our pass rushers. Excuse me. We have a big time strength, and that's their weakness. Yeah, he got some hands too. That's one thing I noticed. He got some hands. But like I said, they probably gonna come out with the quick game, trying to offset our pass rush. That would be my play if I was what the dude named Scott, the Scott guy over there, they offensive coordinator. But if I was them, I'd try to do some little screen passes. But Dan Quinn gonna be ready for that as well. He understand that as well. He like, hey, they can't stop the pass rush, so we gonna have to offset it with some little quick screens over their head and stuff like that. Watch out for this. Put me down for this. It might be a defensive lineman interception pick 6 again. I can see that happening on this game again, like D-Law did against them last year. I can see that happening again because they're going to be trying to do them little screen passes. D-Law already hip. He understand what they trying to do. Look out for it now. It might be a defensive lineman pick 6 again. And I call it might be D-Law again. It might be him again. Tristan Hill isn't consistent. Yeah, that's the truth. But I don't think he bad. I think it's a lot of good play going on in the defensive lineman room. Well, yeah, the defensive line just playing ball, man. Quinn Bohanna just came and took over everybody. I told y'all, I don't want to be the I was right guy, but Quinn Bohanna just took a big time leap and just took over. Know what I'm saying? So you got who all you got on the defensive line? Tristan looking for a sponsor. He badly making it. He on his last leg. Know what I'm saying? Because the last coaching regime didn't like him and they drafted him. So he really trying to make a good impression, man. This probably his last go round. If he don't do good this year, he might be out the door. But where y'all think Golston gonna fit in? Where y'all think Golston gonna fit in? I like Golston. I thought he was a defensive end though, but they want to morph him into a defensive tackle. I don't know if that's a wise decision, but we'll see. he still got the quickness of a defensive end when I see him rushing. But I guess that might be the part of their NASCAR package when they putting in a whole bunch of pass rushers, on them third and longs and stuff like that. That's probably what they'll do with Ghost. Yeah, he been quiet because I believe because he playing out of position. Know what I'm saying? I like ghosting too. Yeah, I remember watching that Vice film session, if y'all remember. Ghosting he was an immovable force. That man wasn't going backwards at all. And he's a very strong dude. I like what I see from Ghosting, but I don't know about right now. You say LVE pick 6 was my big prediction. For this week, Stephen White, I would be so happy if LVE catch a pick 6. I ain't gonna lie. Cause he need it. Like people think when you make a negative take on somebody, you hoping they do bad. No, sir. I want him to do good. It's just, he's not trending in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? His trajectory is looking a little, I'm a little skeptical on what he's doing right now. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? If we can improve, we can improve. It is what it is. It don't mean that I dislike him. I hate him. I want him to do bad. No, I just want the best. What's best for my team? That it is what it is. Like we say, man, it's the style of everything. I don't care. I don't really. It's not about no individual player. Of course, we all got our favorite players that we like. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, Dana Jet? How you doing, sir? Shout out to you. Know what I'm saying? But it ain't like individual players don't make the team. Everybody together makes the team. Shout out JP. How you doing, sir? No one player is the team. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and I always ran about this, but that's why the credit or the blame just don't go on one player. It just doesn't. It don't work like that. Like it might be some moments of the game where it was more emphasis on what a player did and what a player didn't do. But if you ask a coach, he always gonna say, "Oh, that didn't win us the game, or that didn't lose us the game." They might say it was very critical, or it was a vital moment in the game, but they won't say that one play or that one player is the reason that we lost the game. Yeah, penalties have to cut down on both sides. Yeah, now that's been what's hindering. That's been our Achilles heel for some years in the Cowboy land. Now, look, I got a question for the fan base. Everybody in here, all 17 people. Look, am I the only person that give a little delay? Once we do a good play, I have to wait for a minute just to make sure it's no flags. That's how I am. I be up here if you do a good play, you supposed to just immediately celebrate. I be like, hold on. Oh, okay, let's go. I have to wait because we get flags way more than anybody else. And just like the game against the Giants, man, did you see they don't never miss a call with the Cowboys? Like it be like they be on point. They be on 100% point when it comes to being calling us. You know what I'm saying? They might miss a call on the other team, but they be on our tail. You know what I'm saying? They don't give us no room to mess up. Like they always watching us. We understand that the haters got to keep their eyes on us. We are something great to look at. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's just how we operate. That's who we are. But you know what I'm saying? All I ask, like I said before, is to be treated fairly. Now, us as men and women, I don't want to be treated better than anybody else. Just treat us fairly. Now, y'all missed some big, huge plays, huge calls against us in our game, but every single time we flinch to move an inch, they on our tail. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate, man. Like, I believe that was my Cowboys family wife. Shout out to them. She said, we just such a big time team that demands so much attention. They gonna watch us and see everything we do wrong. And she got a point to that. Like, they already got all eyes on us. So if we do anything, they got us. So every other team don't get as many penalties that we get. Like, I might have to look at that statistic because I'm sure we've been one of the more penalized teams for the last few years for sure. And I don't even think that's a debate. A lot of people try to put it on coaching, but that ain't really just coaching. You know, these players got jobs too. Like, bro, don't run outside. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Stop holding. Like, it be on most of the players most of the time. But like, most penalties come from technique. You might be trying to get off the line too quick because this guy is a good blocker. It be stuff like that, or he's a good rusher. You want to get a little head start, and now you outside. But a lot of it is, coaching probably could help a bit, you know what I'm saying, with the techniques. So maybe ultimately it might be coaching then. What y'all think? Because if your technique was sound, you wouldn't have to be trying to overcompensate like that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to. I heard we haven't got a holding call on defense yet. Absolutely not. Micah got held the whole game against the Giants. The whole entire game he was getting held. And nobody cared. Nobody helped the man. Nobody saved the man. He's just out there lacking and hurting. You know what I'm saying? He getting held. They had one play. Daniel Jones ended up still getting sacked, but one play, Micah was getting choked like the whole rush, and nobody said nothing. It's sad. Like I told y'all, that what made me say I believe LT might have greased them palms of them refs because he did not want to see Micah go off while he was there. And Paris interference last game was crazy. Yeah, they literally tackled the man in the end zone, and they tackled Noah Brown in the end zone, and nobody said nothing. Know what I'm saying? But then when we say stuff like that after a loss, they say we making excuses or we complain. And now that's why it's important for everybody here. I feel like we should be obligated to say stuff when we win too. So they can, you know what I'm saying? So that narrative can die. Because just call the game right, man. It's not that hard. Pay attention and call the game right. You know what I'm saying? It seems like we get the weirdest attention when it comes to the refs, in my opinion. We get the weirdest calls. It always be something that never happens, and it only happens one time when it come to us. You know what I'm saying? It be some stuff that 99 out of 100 times it'll never happen, but when the Cowboys play, it just miraculously happens. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all got to say, man? I interact with the chat. I need Carson Tolbert to start showing impact. I don't really know what's going on with Jabril Cox or Tolbert, and I like both of them players. And it's just unfortunate that Mike McCarthy kind of secretive with what he got going on, so he don't want to tell us too much either. You know what I'm saying? He just say little general statements and let it ride out. But I think both of them players can help us too. I believe Tolbert can help us. I believe Jabril Cox can help us for sure. Especially when you see LVE semi-struggling, in my opinion. And, I did a breakdown on the last game against the Bengals, and he was the tackle leader, but that don't mean that he was just balling out. Know what I'm saying? Some of those chickens came home to roost last game when he wasn't looking that good and he didn't have all them tackles. He was just getting blocked. But, I hope he performs better. That's what I'm saying. I don't hate a player. I don't root against the player. I just want him to do good and help the team win. That's all. Unbiased. Toba getting his feet wet. He will come along. I hope so. He got the little comeback route, I believe. His first NFL catch. That's something, right? It's not much, but what I'm saying? It's something, I guess you can say he did okay. He got a little comeback route catch. But look at Simi. I believe some of that stuff points back to your OC because I feel like, I'm not an NFL scout, but I feel like we can obviously see these players got talent. So why aren't they getting their opportunities? Why we don't see them on the field? Well, I guess you could say the people above them playing better now, especially Noah Brown, but it really don't have to be all competition based because you can still work those players in and see what you got. Cause you can't say Turpin been out beating nobody as a receiver, and he been getting run. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you gotta challenge their logic. Cause like you say, why Simi ain't getting no run? Oh, because Simi ain't out beat nobody. So you mean to tell me Turpin and beat somebody as far as the wide receivers go? He's an excellent return man. Well, he ain't did nothing as far as a receiver. You just see that he got talent and you know he need to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feel about Simi and Jalen Tolbert. We know they got talent. We want to see him on the field. Turpin do got them jets though. This ain't no knock on Turpin, but we talking about far as a wide receiver, what has he done? Has he done this? The perfect question. Please, I need participation in the chat. Answer this question for me. Have Cavante Turpin done more than Simi or Jalen Tolbert as a wide receiver? I want to know. I want to know because, you know, I have my suspicions. I have my suspicions. You know, this an honest question. You know, but then soon as you say stuff like that, people will be like, well, he didn't earn his time. I seen somebody say that when I was like, give Devin Harper and some of these other linebackers a shot. They like, oh, he didn't earn no time. They gotta earn it. That's not necessarily true. Because if you ever played organized football or real sports, if you ever been on a real team, you know that it is a level of politics involved in it. So don't just sit up here and tell me it's all I'm good and you good. So we gotta whoever wins, they win fair and square. No, sir. Like if you ever been on a football team, you know it's not always fair and square. Like let's just be real. Let's stop the cap, please. Know what I'm saying? It's not always just fair and square. That's just not true. Some of these coaches stand on the table for other players. Know what I'm saying? Some of these coaches be like, hey, that's my guy. And hey, he ain't coming out. Know what I'm saying? Some of these coaches be like, I don't like that dude. I don't like him. So it is what it is. So we understand it's not all fair and square, just competition. Not all the time. That in an ideal world, that's what we would want, but that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? We all humans. We all have our flaws. Some of these coaches can't help but be a little biased when it's they guy or when it's somebody that they not too fond of. It is what it is. So I feel like that's why I said yesterday, when you challenge people's logic, then you find out what's happening. You find out what the nitty gritty is. You know what I'm saying? You get down to what it is. So my logic that I'm challenging is, what have Cavante Turpin done to warrant him more respect as a receiver than Simi Fehoko or than what's the other guy? Jalen Tolbert. What has he done? Now, they doing exactly what we doing. The coaching staff is obviously doing what we doing. They looking at the fact that Cavante Turpin has talent, and they like, hey, we might need to give him a shot. That's all we saying about Simi and Jalen Tolbert. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. Give him a shot. That's all we saying. And especially after the first game against the Bucks, we was very mad about that. So we like, hey, man, them receivers didn't do too much. Hey, we need to, explore our options at receiver. Know what I'm saying? But they stepped it up in a major way against the Bengals. They stepped it up a major way against those little giants. So, sometimes you gotta admit when you lose. Sometimes everybody was in an uproar against the coaching staff when we did terrible against the Bucks. And these last two games, we've been a little silent. We've been a little quiet. You know what I'm saying? We had to hush. We had to be quiet. So, it is what it is. I don't see that being a bad thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're a real genuine fan, all you want is the team to do good. You just want to see the team do good. And when we do bad, you want to try to figure out a solution to make us do good. But when the front office do right, I just want to say, hey, we got to give them their respect, man. Sometimes the front office know better than us. I know it sounds strange on YouTube, but sometimes the front office might have a better idea of what's going on than we do. Like sometimes, not all the time, not super often, in my opinion, but it's possible. Say he getting the dirty yards on special team, Turpin not touching the ball on a regular down. Yeah, you could say that, but he showed getting involved though. That's all I'm saying. Let Simmons them get involved. He doing reverses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all that is they saying I want to use his speed. And I don't blame him for that. That's smart. But all I'm saying is we got the same logic when it comes to these other receivers. We feel like they have talent. We want to see them. That's all. You know, that's all. What y'all arguing about? Let me see. Fastest dude on the team. Yeah, that's Turpin, I believe. Might be Micah. That boy Micah different. Uh Let me interact with y'all, man. Did I miss some statements that I might have finding interest? I like the fact that Timothy Jet, I don't know if I shouted you out. Shout out to you, sir. Forgive me. I said, he say, that I like the fact when they focus on Parsons, Lawrence was there eating Jones up. Hope he keeps doing his thing. Yeah. Yeah, they gonna focus on Parsons for sure. Because he that dude. He's that deal right now. That's a fact. But I'm probably gonna wrap it up, man. I was just hollering at y'all, man, giving my thoughts about Mr. Wheelchair Wentz, Mr. Walk down the interception, Mr. Walker interception to Trayvon Diggs Wentz. Landlord, don't say that. Micah not faster than Turpin. Is Micah faster than AB? Hey, I ain't saying he is. I'm just saying maybe. Micah, I don't put no limitations on Micah. I might be just a big fanboy. Forgive me. Landlord, I think Simmons might be a little doe-eyed under the bright lights, to be honest. It might be. But like I said, this the problem right here, Ready Red, and you gonna feel me, I know it. I'm a logical guy. Think about this. Ready Red. Why don't we know? Why don't we know this already? You know what I'm saying? Because we would, if they put him on the field, we'll be able to be like, yeah, Simmons netted up. That's what we'll say. Right? Let me know if I'm wrong, Ready Red. No, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be unknown at this point. How long Simmons been on the team? It shouldn't be unknown. You feel me? Like I just be logical, Ready Red. You feel me? Like you got a good point. Simmons might fold under pressure, but why don't we know this already? Jalen Tolbert might not be ready, but why don't we know this already? Know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say I know a lot of people didn't play football and organized sports, and like I don't look down on people like that, but excuse me, football has its politics just like everything else. You know, your supervisor at work might not be that fond of you. You know what I'm saying? He might be waiting on you to come back from your lunch break and let the other dude stay 10, 15 minutes longer and don't say nothing. We understand that it's politics in every space that there is. You know what I'm saying? So I just be wanting people to understand football has its politics too. So it might add up and say 2+2, but that might not be the obvious answer, might not be the real answer at times. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. You might say he's better than him. Nah, in actuality, it might be the fact that this coach rode for him. This coach was down the lead on the line for him. You know what I'm saying? So he got the nod over him. That might be the case. You know what I'm saying? Now we wish it was the best man win all the time, but that's just not true. We're not here to cap like that. It's just not the truth all the time. It's sad, but it's the truth. So just like Fowler, I don't know what Dan Quinn gonna do by him, man. We know he's talented, but this defensive line is just it's monstrous. Like, and I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I was kind of, one of the main people saying that Fowler need to be starting over Dorrance Armstrong, but I was wrong. Looks like it. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the production that Dorrance Armstrong has been doing, man. So, I ain't one of them guys that got to be right all the time. I'm just a guy on YouTube trying to figure out why my team ain't won yet and trying to figure out some solutions to help us win. Know what I'm saying? That's why I like Dallas Cowboys sports, because they look at solutions. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out what can we do, what kind of movement can we start, you know what I'm saying, to make some noise to get these Cowboys winning again. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I want. All I want is 6. And then, start building after that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Car. What's happening? Shout out to JB22, man. Shout out to you. Y'all see, I'm getting a little better with the shout outs and not forgetting my train of thought. Because yesterday I looked at that live. Oh, man. Somebody asked me a question, I give a shout out, and I ain't said nothing else after that. So, you got to critique yourself. You got to be self-aware and get better. You know what I'm saying? You got to get better. You got to look at your work and try to get better every day. Get 1% better every day. Jason Peters is going to help Zeke get that 1,100 yards. I don't know. I like Peters, though. But I liked him at tackle, too. Because you remember, I don't know if y'all was there when Boss Cowboy and them was looking at his tape. And at first he started out a little rocky, but then he started dominating. The rest of the tape looked great. So he can still play. Timothy Jet, I appreciate you, man. LandLord, love your content. Keep doing your thing, man. I'm trying, man. Like I said, as long as I get support from y'all, man, I'm gonna be doing this. I feel like, I like to bet. I'm gonna bet on myself, and I'm gonna invest, try to get better, and try to do this every day. Might not be live every day, but I'm just trying to do this, trying to do what I can do, man. That's it. You feel me? JP, I appreciate that, man. I ain't the GOAT yet, but I'm on the way. I'm right around the corner. You feel me? You feel me? But I just was hollering at y'all, man. I'm finna go and get ready to wrap it up. It's getting close to my time. I appreciate everybody coming through, pulling up, stopping by. You feel me? But, this one thing I be wanting people to know, man. We ain't gonna be happy like this all the time. You know what I'm saying? We on a 2-game winning streak. So don't let nobody hold you down and make you mad and sad. You know what I'm saying? So when you do win, be one of them arrogant fans that they love to hate. You know what I'm saying? That's who you be. Because there won't be sunny skies every day. You know what I'm saying? It will be sad sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, live it up to the fullest, man. Live it up to the fullest. When your team doing good, I'm going to come in here and talk all kind of crazy stuff. And then, when we lose, it might be one of them. It might be one of them days. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to appreciate it when your team doing good, man. Because, who knows what tomorrow holds. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to holler at y'all, man. Holler at your boy, LandLord from Alabama, with the same handle on all social media, man. I'm just finna wrap it up. I appreciate all the love and support. You already know. 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.